We're here today hosting Women Building Futures, and an exciting announcement from the government of Alberta. To give that announcement, I'd like to introduce the Minister of Transportation and Economic Corridors, Devin Dreeshen. He's going to come up and share the announcement.
Well, thank you so much, David, for that introduction. And thank you so much to Karen Transportation for hosting us here today. I know we're going to do a tour later, but such an important trucking industry here in Alberta. And this announcement, I think, will go a long way in making sure that we can attract more drivers and more truckers here in Alberta. So the commercial trucking industry plays a critical role in strengthening Alberta's supply chain and contributing to our provincial economy. Now more than ever, drivers are needed in the sector to help get Alberta products to market and to ensure that everyday goods and services get delivered on time. And I'm happy to share that Alberta's government is providing nearly $3 million in grant funding over 2 years to Women Building Futures to expand training opportunities for women pursuing careers as professional truck drivers. The funding will help Women Building Futures provide programming to train and to connect drivers with trucking companies. Now, this investment demonstrates our government's commitment to support the commercial trucking industry in Alberta through skills training and employment grants. This funding is part of the government's overall $40 million commitment over 4 years, starting last year, to training grants to address skilled worker shortages in the trucking sector. Now, currently, there are more than 4,000 trucker vacancies in Alberta. This represents about 20% of the total vacancies across Canada. And Women Building Futures that will play a role in helping to address these shortages. And for over 25 years, Women Building Futures has supported women in industries where they are traditionally underrepresented. Thousands of graduates have benefited from Women Building Futures programming and have gone on to pursue fulfilling jobs in a variety of industries across the province. Now, while today's announcement will help attract new professional drivers to the sector, it's not the only thing that we're working on to address Alberta's trucker shortage. Alberta's government is committed to better understand the barriers for prospective Class 1 drivers and to develop innovative ways to remove these barriers. So to conclude, I'd like to thank Women Building Futures for their great work they have done to help reduce labor shortages in the trucking industry, including providing access to mentorship, coaching, and training that will help prepare women for well-paying jobs in this sector. And now I'd like to invite Minister Fir, Alberta's Minister of Arts, Culture, and the Status of Women, to the podium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Dreeshen, and good morning, everyone. Thank you, as Minister Dreeshen said, to Karen Transportation Systems for hosting us today. It's great to be here for this exciting announcement. This is fantastic news for Women Building Futures, for women in commercial trucking, and great news for women looking for well-paying, quality career opportunities in Alberta. This grant will enable Women Building Futures to expand their training opportunities for women pursuing careers in commercial transportation to help them develop the skills, confidence, and networks to get the jobs they want. As Minister of Arts, Culture, and Status of Women, ensuring that women in Alberta have access to quality and fulfilling careers is one of my main priorities. And that means supporting women's participation in fields where they are underrepresented. By supporting women entering commercial transportation, we provide a tremendous opportunity to help address labor shortages in this critical sector. Supporting women in underrepresented fields creates opportunities and stimulates growth in sectors like commercial transport and beyond. Now more than ever, diversity in commercial transportation is essential to the success of the sector. Alberta's government is also supporting women and girls to break into sectors that they are traditionally underrepresented in through other avenues. Through the Persons Case and Women in STEM scholarships, we're helping women and girls break down barriers in STEM fields of study and employment. I would like to thank Women Building Futures and Carol Moen for working to address these challenges and opportunities and helping women get the well-paying and in-demand work they deserve and desire. Together, let's continue to ensure that women are recognized as skilled workers in the trades and transportation sectors. It's good for women, the economy, for our families and communities, because when women thrive, Alberta thrives. Thank you. And I'd now like to invite Carol Moen from Women Building Futures to say a few words.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. Minister Dreeshen, thank you so much for this Alberta investment in really important work that's not going to only help more women move into the professional driver's seat, but it's also going to help us keep them there. Minister Fir, thank you for your passion, your continued commitment to truly trying to see women more fully represented across the Alberta economy. Women Building Futures is proud to stay at the forefront of leading change for women entering resilient careers in transportation and trades-related industries. By partnering with transportation training partners and employers who work hard to make inclusive workspaces, and with really tremendous support for those partnerships, ultimately from the Government of Alberta, we are going to see more women driving to an economically secure future, and at the same time help to address the critical resource shortages in the transportation industry. We understand the need to keep people and goods moving. This is a really critical time to invest in this industry. There are more than 20,000 vacant truck driver positions across Canada, which we've been told will grow to 30,000 if no action is taken. At WBF, our mission is economic security for women. Careers in commercial transportation provide exceptional opportunities for women to reach financial independence. We recognize the need to continue to eliminate barriers for women in all underrepresented groups, enabling them to safely access effective pathways to truly life-changing careers as professional drivers. This grant plays a pivotal role in helping WBF break down those barriers and encourage more women to explore career opportunities in transportation. It supports awareness campaigns to open the minds of more women thinking about the career, training to build the skills and confidence needed for them, and ultimately, it also allows us to engage in a significant way with partners who are truly committed to safe and inclusive work environments, that not only support our grads, but all diverse people in that industry. We've seen how the transportation industry has provided exceptional opportunities for our graduates like Sierra, who you'll hear from shortly. And we look forward to providing this free training for more women to achieve thriving careers as commercial drivers. In March, we're welcoming our first 12 professional Class 1 driving students funded through this new Government of Alberta grant. And we are also in the process of opening up registrations for a June cohort as well too. At WBF, our focus extends beyond preparing women for the industry. We're also committed to getting the industry more ready for women and helping create an industry ultimately that women and other diverse people are going to want to stay in. A critical component of our work is the partnerships that we nurture with government, community organizations, and also the private sector, particularly our employers of choice. These employers are instrumental in driving more inclusive workplaces for women and will eventually help influence positive culture change across the entire industry. We continue to share learnings and experience to drive change and support employer partners and stakeholders in nurturing safe and equitable workplaces, ultimately assisting all of those companies on their DEI journey. We honor our partnership with the Government of Alberta. We also honor our partnership with our industry partners. We're happy to be joined today by many of our employers of choice partners who have been our champions for more inclusive workplaces for some time. At Women Building Futures, our partners are truly the secret behind our success in lifting the potential of women and continuing to remove barriers for women on their paths to economic security. I now want to introduce you to Sierralbert.
Good morning. In 2019, I was working a job in search of a career to last me a lifetime. I'd always been intrigued by the trucking industry and knew that I needed to find a way to get my foot in the door. At the time, I struggled financially and knew that I would never be able to afford to get my Class 1 license on my own. And even if I did, who would give me the opportunity to work without any experience on the job? This was when a friend of mine mentioned WBF and I started to look into it further. Excited and energized about the possibility of finally moving forward, I began my research to learn what I could about the industry and how to get a seat on the program. I was accepted into the year of 2020 professional Class 1 driving program with WBF, and I knew that my life would be forever changed. Of course, 2020 came with many hurdles in itself, but it paid off in the end. Throughout the course, we learned more about the industry sponsors and what working in this career would be like. Towards the end of the program, we began interviews with our sponsoring companies, and I kept thinking, how does it get any better than this? We have reputable companies willing to help us bridge the gap when it came to gaining experience. In September 2020, I started my career with Karen Transportation Systems. With the full support of WBF behind me, I began in the wash bay, gaining confidence with parking, pulling, and backing the trailers. After a couple months, I was lined up with a driver trainer and began learning on the road. I became familiar with the obstacles and challenges that truckers face on a daily basis. I learned how to chain up, how to back up a B-train, and safely unload and load chemicals. It didn't take me long to realize that I found a career and a company to last me a lifetime. With so much room to grow and an ever-increasing demand for Class 1 drivers, I look forward to seeing many more women be given the opportunity of a lifetime that I received. It changed my life more than I could ever describe, and I know it'll change many more.
Okay, we'll now move on to questions from the media. So we'll start with reporters here in the room and then move on to the phone lines. Please state your name and outlet, and we will do one question, one follow-up. So first question, please. The mic is just right over there. Okay, seeing no questions in the room, we're going to go to the phone lines. Operator, can you please put through the first caller?
There are no questions on the line at this time.
Oh, okay. Last call for questions here in the room. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thanks.